That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one
can't,
quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey,
All right, cool. So next thing, Caleb Wilson. Once again, rest in peace to Caleb Wilson. 20 years old, going way too soon. Prayers to the family who continue to have to deal with this, especially with the headlines and everybody discussing it around the country, especially and specifically in Black America. Now to the story. It came out yesterday. Who did a WAFB did a local report, an investigation that uncovered that apparently the Q Dogs, Omega Sci-Fi members were lying. They came up with an idea to come up with a fabricated story to tell the police when they asked what happened to Caleb Wilson. When they brought him to the hospital unconscious after they punched him in the chest, allegedly during a ritual off campus, unsanctioned ritual for the pledges to become a member of Omega Sci-Fi. Now, they said they were actually at a warehouse when they punched him in the chest, and they told that they was at a park. They said they was never at the park. And then there were 9 pledges in line during an unsanctioned fraternity ritual, and each one was allegedly forced to take blows to the chest, sources said. When Wilson was hit, sources with knowledge of the event said he reportedly collapsed to the ground and began having a seizure at the warehouse. Wilson, 20 of Kenner, Louisiana, was a junior at Southern University, majoring in mechanical engineering and was a member of the university's band known as the Human Jukebox. Wilson brought to Baton Rouge General Bluebonnet when he was pronounced dead. Following the fraternity brothers bringing Wilson to the hospital, they allegedly gathered at an undisclosed location to discuss the events of the evening. Sources with direct knowledge of the investigation said that there's where the story was created that Wilson collapsed at the park. So these sources, I don't know who the sources is, but the fact that there was even sources, the secretive life ain't so secretive. But anyways, that's beyond the point. Those sources said none of the students participating in the fraternity ritual were ever at the park. Someone was talking. And it got back to the news. Y'all all going to jail. And Caleb Wilson, dad was a longtime cop. Y'all all going to jail. In the state of Louisiana, y'all all going to jail for a long time. Not jail, y'all going to prison, excuse me. Y'all going to jail first, then y'all going to prison. Once they find out which 9 of y'all was over there, y'all going to prison, bro. All the big dogs, all the upperclassmen, all the 21, 22-year-olds acting like they so high and mighty over 18, 19, and 20-year-olds, y'all all going to jail, boy. Y'all boy going to prison. Guess who going to jail tonight? Guess who's going to jail tonight? Hospital staff contacted the police about the death, launching an investigation by the Baton Rouge Police Department. Our sources with an S said there are several individuals allegedly responsible for the fraternity ritual, but none of them have the same level of involvement. Well, guess what? All of them boys is going to prison because they wanted to act like some gangsters and act like a fraternity, college fraternity, was a gang. You got to get jumped in this gang. He is a mechanical major. He is a member of the marching band. What are we doing here? Our sources say there are several individuals allegedly responsible for the fraternity ritual, but none of them at the same level of involvement. Initial autopsy results did not reveal the cause of death. Further testing is being conducted. Southern University issued a statement on March 4th in response to the thing. Southern University and A&M colleges continue to hold our thoughts and prayers that the family and loved ones of Caleb Wilson. We are deeply saddened by the reports of actions that led to his unfortunate and unnecessary highlighted loss of life. This happens far too often. That's just me saying that one part of the statement. The university is conducting an internal investigation into the circumstances that led to the death of this beloved student. Once the investigation is complete, we will take appropriate action. The university has implemented a ban on membership intake for all student organizations that remain in effect until further notice. Hazing is a violation of the university's rules and regulation as well as Louisiana law, and it will not be tolerated in any form at Southern University. The well-being of our students is a part of the mission to provide an extraordinary education for thousands of students. We support punishment to the fullest extent of the law for anyone committing an act of violence that impedes students from safety and successfully matriculating at Southern. Southern continues to actively support the ongoing criminal investigation by the Baton Rouge Police Department and the East Baton Rouge Parish, the District Attorney's Office, into this alleged act of hazing involving members of the Beta Sigma chapter of Omega Psi Phi Incorporated. Students, faculty, and staff are encouraged to reach out to someone during this devastating time in our campus community. Mental health resources are available at 24/7 at subbr.edu/UCC. Now, you say, this is that, right? This is that. Well, this is just the reality of the situation. It's just the reality of the situation, man. Hold on, where we at? Where we at? Here it is right here. Shout out Kennedy Walker. My dad, you say, oh, this is just an isolated incident. Don't put this on D9 culture. My dad was excited to attend Southern University and join Phi Beta Sigma, and said he was subjected to brutal hazing by the very people he trusted. That hazing left him fighting for his life and completely blind. All he wants to do is to see again. Stop hazing. Look at him there as a Southern University student versus him now as a blind man. I felt like she put more into this, but she might have deleted it or edited it. I don't know. But yeah, this was a thing. Hold on, I got my joints out. But yeah. That's what's going on, man. And it's crazy. So yeah. All I wanted to say, bro, was still like people was talking about. Hold on. This is interesting. I should check out some of her stuff. Shout out to Kennedy. Here it is. This is the one. This is the one right here. Who had died. It's been 30 years since my dad nearly lost his life in a similar hazing incident at Southern University. While he's alive, the brutal hazing left him paralyzed and blind. He's no longer paralyzed, but he's still blind and has fought tirelessly for decades to regain his sight. He's currently trying to get into clinical trial to restore his vision. My family is seeking that decades later, Southern University has allowed this to happen again. I pray that, unlike my family, the victim's family gets the justice they deserve. Southern was never held accountable, nor were those responsible for what happened to my dad. It's beyond disgusting. Let me see. Here we go. According to Wikipedia, there has been at least one university hazing death from each year from 1969 to 2021. Over 200. The only reason why it stopped was because we went to virtual learning. Over 200 university deaths have occurred since 1838, with 40 deaths occurring between 2007 and 2017 alone. Alcohol poisoning is the biggest cause of death. This ain't just happened. So when people say, don't look at this one moment to talk about the entire culture of D9s, and if you ain't pledged, don't speak. I speak on what I want to, man. What are we talking about? A kid is dead. A 20-year-old is not no longer here on this earth, and you want me to respect the culture? Man, out of here with that culture, man. This culture is taking lives of young men and women, frats and sororities. Countless times over so many years, decades, generations, over stupidness, power struggle, whatever the case might be. Long live Caleb Wilson, 20 years old, good kid, mad city, mad fraternity. I ain't even gonna do that. That's ridiculous, bro. That's all I had to say, man. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Be safe. Everything like that. Once again, my name is Rashad Milligan. This is the World of 5K Subs. Please take care of yourselves. Until next time, peace.
That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.